my lawn needs mowed. Or like
mowing.
Exactly. Or this desk needs
Cleaning.
Exactly. Yes, that's how it should be. But people recently have started saying, like, I've noticed this over the last maybe like year and a half, maybe 2 years. And I'm wondering if it's regional because I've exclusively heard it on like TikTok.
And it's not regional, it's TikTok. It's just the dumb shit on TikTok.
Are you hanging out with children?
No. But it's like, I think it's grown people, but it's from the Midwest, I think. And this needs dust. No, they would say dusting. This needs.
Well, I mean, I've heard the like mowed. My lawns need mowed or
mowing
because like that is something that is like
I don't like
you
it.
Can't need something in the past tense.
Various versions. Various regions of England have stuff like that. Like they would say, like, that person is stood.
We got our freedom to not say things like that.
Hi everyone, welcome to
we got the freedom to pick our units of weight and measure.
Well, yes, impossible. Yes. Lauren has been talking about I don't know, some phrasing that she doesn't care for. And my response to it is, it's not a thing I hear all the time, so I am sorry.
I've never heard that.
It's bothering you, but I'm unfamiliar.
I know it's happened like a handful of times, and I'm like, that's weird.
No, it's dumb. It's stupid, and I hate it.
Okay. Well, in any event, this game needs played, so let's get.
I'm glad you guys are not perpetuating the unacceptingness of Americans embracing the way other people speak.
Are British people the ones saying it?
No, I mean, they might be Canadian, but they have like pretty neutral accents.
What was that sound, KJ? Huh.
I think they're American though, but the lawn needs mowed.
Ding.
I know, I agree, KJ. I could 1,000% agree with you. It doesn't make sense to me.
That is maddening.
The grass needs mowed.
If I heard someone say that like in earnest, I might delete their number out of my phone. Like I don't think I could handle listening to that.
It makes me feel weird. I don't like it.
Well, I don't know why I didn't just start reading this. Okay, so yes, this is it is a needs fixed construction is what a lot of people call it. It is basically leaving out the words to be. So you say this needs washed, or this needs mowed, or this needs fixed. Apparently,
regional.
It is associated with Pittsburgh.
Oh.
That's.
But.
North, right.
But the construction is, as Pierce I think was alluding to earlier, it is very common in Scottish usage. And it's something that many U.S. speakers think is weird, but there are pockets of the U.S. where it has picked up in a sort of kind of folksy colloquialism.
I don't like it.
Needs washed.
Tell them to stop.
Just leave out other words too then. Why stop there?
Actually, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
Why use more words?
Why use lot word when little word do trick?
I'm checking my time. It is now 7 of the clock and 46 minutes.
7 of the clock.
Yes.
And 2:06 minutes in addition. So anyway, this game needs played.
I'm gonna zone you.
I'm out. Let's just do our own thing on the side. It's fine.
It's fine. Well, speaking of doing our own thing on the side, before we do anything,
we're just gonna leave and start a super group, like an LLA super group without Philip. So
no, it's the same screen. He's just gonna be talking, and then we're gonna be talking, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, separate conversations. Oh, happy birthday, Galanorian Saber!
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday!
Very exciting. Birthdays are cool.
It is also my oldest dog's birthday. He's 14 today.
Happy birthday!
Aww.
Did you get
that your oldest dog in chat then?
I did get him a cake.
Is he grateful at all?
No, he didn't say thank you or anything.
Did he give you a cake pop?
No, I took it.
Oh,
it's a little blurry.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is a dog. It is a cake fit for a dog.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, sorry, Galanorian Saber, but
you've been upstaged.
You've been upstaged
within moments of announcing your birthday.
Like, it's my birthday. So's my dog's. Here's the cake I got him. So everyone, well, as we discuss the weird omission of to be in some regional dialects based apparently on Scottish, and yet if I imagine someone Scottish saying it, it actually doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Like Willie.
If you think of it in a northern
Actually,
accent,
yes.
northerns are the people who say like someone is stood, and
Is stood.
like yeah, like you would say like he is stood by this thing instead of he's standing by this thing. That's like a very northern thing in England.
Oh.
They also and they say
How do I understand though?
or they say like I was like in the U.S. we say I was sitting or I was seated, and they say I was sat at this thing.
See, that makes sense still.
Sure,
But
not
the need-
not the
I think that only makes sense because we probably watch enough like British TV that we hear it and we've just normalized it. I've never
gotta
on
find your-
TV
gotta
heard
find your
someone
Scottish
say, "This needs
Bridgerton,"
clean."
you know,
Yeah, I
gotta find
watch
your-
it with subtitles because I refuse to listen to the British.
there you go.
Just
You've read
subtitles.
You've read it.
Lauren, do
That's,
you have
I have it translated.
Lauren, do you have a quick joke for what like can you make a Scottish British Bridgerton joke? Do you have like Scottish Bridgerton? That would just be I don't know. I know you
No.
watch Bridgerton. Okay.
I just binged the entire second season and then Queen Charlotte. But no, I have no Scottish joke.
It's fine.
I don't joke about the Scots.
I do. That's fine. I'm not joking about the Scots.
I have a joke about a Scot, but I can't tell it here.
I will. Ooh, boy. Oh wait, about Andrew Scott?
No, I've never talked about the love of my life.
The love of my life. He is.
Aside from Zane.
The enthusiasm drops
I
so
think-
much to talk about Zane.
I think saying that last part made it worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think acknowledging your husband in that instance made things worse.
No, not that way.
I've said that to a woman before in a very different context.
So much. I think he might be my favorite actor. After seeing him in like everything.
That's why he got. That's why he got Ripley. Is Steven Zalian watched Sherlock and Fleabag, and was like,
You're my
this
favorite
guy
actor.
can do different. I need someone who can go between these and anywhere else he needs to go. So there we go.
Which he can.
Again. Well, enough talking about Andrew Scott. Let's talk about this game we play. But the first thing I'm going to have you guys do, just to rip the Band-Aid off, is everyone please make your luck rolls for the night.
Oh right.
You're going to roll 4d8.
Do we get our power back?
You all have all your power back. Time has
Oh, excellent.
passed as poor Friederike has restored. Corinna, actually, you know what, Lauren? I was about to say Corinna might not have all her power back because Corinna went to 0 power.
Well, I was at 1.
Friederike.
Yeah, we all went pretty hard on our power last
People
time.
went hard last week to bring back Friederike, and so in any case, but I will say that a full night, many hours were taken. So yes, you can all be at full.
Okay. Thank you.
Great.
Why did you even say it then? We're just trying to pull the.
No, for a moment I was
Stress
like,
us
because
out.
I think I've said this to our viewers as well, to the players. I really, the mechanic of this game being, or the mechanic of power in these games being that you recover 1 per hour, I think is actually a very interesting thing. For the most part, it leaves you with a lot of power, but when you expend it all, it takes a long time to get it all back up.
That's
What are
what
you
the
spraying on
jacuzzi's for.
yourself?
Power. Getting it back.
Rosewater.
Facial toner? What's a toner?
It makes your face pretty.
Honor, I hardly know her.
Thanks, Dan.
No. It makes your face like cooler.
Great. Hey.
Do I look cool?
Hey, if your face were any cooler, it would be wearing a leather jacket and going, "Ay," and
Ay.
you'd be slapping your face against a jukebox to make it start playing. These are Fonzie references.
For the youngins.
I don't remember the one where Fonzie slammed his face into a
He would
jukebox.
slam with.
It was a very special episode.
No, I've seen.
So-
It was
Directly
after.
after he jumped the
blatant
shark.
alcoholism.
Hey, I'm just your 44-year-old
This,
friend at school here. Hey.
Does a 2-pair do anything for luck?
No.
Not
So you-
unless you
so
play
you
some
only have
Balatro
5 if you
and
have
get some
something.
Celestial packs here. Then it'll
I
count
got
for
2
something.
2s.
Then you have 4 for today.
Cool. 2 vibes. So also 4, right?
4 for you. Dominic, did you get a match?
Nah, Dominic's
Sorry.
not lucky.
3
today.
lucky today, Dominic. So sorry. How did Asha
Yeah.
do?
No match.
Sorry, Asha. 3 luck.
don't need you nodding along.
Just vibing in the good fortune.
Oh, well.
Oh wait,
that
I have
is-
a question.
Yeah.
This luck bonus is tied to DJ3 and not Kevin, right? So if like DJ3 were to die in one of these adventures,
Yeah.
and Kevin were to play a new character, he would not
Be
have
even
this.
luckier. It would just be it's actually grows exponentially.
I don't
No, I
know.
would like that question
I don't like
answered,
that I've said
please.
this out loud, and the way that KG started looking off to the side, like she was planning how to toss him off a cliff or something.
Look, accidents happen when we go on these missions. All right, guys, it's out of our control sometimes. It's
I'm
just
trying
good to know the rules.
Imagine
When
DJ
you're
3 is a
lucky.
character in a roguelike. So when he dies, all the buffs go to the next DJ4 character or something like that.
Yes.
DJ4. Emperor DJ the Fourth.
It's
Okay,
what is
so-
it? It's Rogue Legacy, I suppose.
There you go. Well, okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on in this game. And Lauren, though you were not here last week, I did keep you pretty informed of what was going on with the stuff because I had to check with you beforehand for some because Corinna wound up being very integral to that. So, after many sort of delays and trips to Wild Range, where they met Igor, the former assistant to Ludwig Ketzerschloss, and then to subsequently they went on a trip to I'm so sorry I can't remember the name to the Universe Forlorn once again, to Caleron, to Eximidian University, where they encountered the dreaded mime piloting a flesh puppet, and they
Flesh
did,
machine, I
flesh
believe that's how it
machines
was.
as well. One Lego's puppet is another Lego's machine. But as they sort of got some vital information about this mysterious nightmare rider, finally Asha felt the time was right, largely because Henry didn't show up, saying, "All right, I have a new like mission for you to restore poor Friederika to life, or to reanimated life," which they successfully did last week, though it was costly. It involved Corinna communing with all of the Dreadlords and very helpful assistance from La Trovadora and Walker, and I forgot Rawlings was also a lore master, so he was probably helping. And honestly, Sister Mercy was too, because she has a missed arm. But a lot of people were helping, is the point. As DJ3 and Dominic wrangled the various Dreadlords and kind of tried to keep them in line, and as Skoo, with Filian's help, performed the sort of ritual, and basically as Treason, riding around on the Soldier of Fortune's shoulder, sort of kept Sherlock away because she just didn't like him. They began this process, but then Sherlock, in a very dickish way, decided to throw one last little wrench in at the end, sort of, and explain oh, but just so you guys know, isn't it possible you haven't ruled out the possibility that Friederika is the Dreadlord of that realm, who set up her own death and did all this stuff, and you guys are about to bring her back here. Would they want that? And they were like, and he said, let me take a look. And then he goes, she's not, you're fine. And everyone's like, fuck you, Sherlock. So at that point, they finally raised her up. Corinna summoned a dread storm. So this is literally the first time anyone's created a dread storm not in a dreadland. So that was pretty intense. And it's only because you were purple, and it's only because Asha realized you were purple. That's the only reason that this happened, for the record. Yeah, otherwise you guys were going to have to go to a horror place to do this. They also did this in the spookiest castle ruins they had, the ruins of Turbelange. And as the sort of dread storm fell down, a lightning strike hit the body. She was reanimated, restored. She remembered everything that had happened to her up to this point, and did confirm that... she did confirm that Orlando was in her home, and that's the last thing she remembers. And then I think she just remembers pain. She, however, was terrified to learn that the journals of Professor Ketzerschloss had been sort of recovered, and though she was relieved that she's not in a Dreadland, she was also terrified, and she was very kind of saying, you don't want to, this is bad process, you're not supposed to be doing this is evil, the stuff that made us. There also is a pretty funny beat where everyone's like, no, everything's fine here, and then she looks over and there's 7 dreadlords all, scary. Point is, they then sent her upstairs to be okay, to kind of rest. Wednesday let her up but couldn't do the traditional orientation as she is an actual being, not a character. Asha stripped for the fleecing seamster. I'll point that out. She took her hood off for him.
You make it sound like...
I make it, what I do is I say what happened.
Okay.
I don't make it sound like anything.
Okay.
I feel like it was more of a flash, less of a strip.
No, you threw the thing.
No.
Right?
The hood stayed with Asha.
Oh,
Okay.
Asha did not discard her hood. Okay.
No, she took it off, but she held it in her hand.
Okay. And then he gave her some beads. We didn't say that part, but he would have thrown her some beads. But in any case, there were a few other little details. Dominic, Corinna then went to the hot tubs to rejuvenate herself because she was incredibly exhausted, and everyone was like, okay, I hope the hot hunk and the hottie aren't too weird to her or whatever. And then Dominic had some interesting interactions with the dreadlords he was speaking to, and he was picking up on something, which is that 2 of the assembled, character versions of these dark, evil dreadlord beings, when he said the Nightmare Rider, 2 of them were aware of what he was talking about based on his expert reading of people in that gumshoe-like way. The 2 who knew what this was, unsurprisingly, one is Maisie, but the other was the Phantom Horse, the Dreadlord of Merkshire. And not only that, when everyone sort of broke for the thing, La Trovadora and Walker, the 2 ghosts one ghost, one Mistwalker, both lore masters of Blood from a Stone, came over to Dominic and sort of mentioned it. La Trovadora says she knows an old ballad called The Nightmare Rider, but Walker could tell him something a little more concrete, which he told him very quietly, which is that in his home Dreadland Merkshire, that realm has a very deep connection to the Nightmare Rider at its core. So that's actually some Blood from a Stone lore getting dropped into this, as often happens, so there you go. Meanwhile, Wednesday left Friederike in a bedroom. Friederike then felt some presence, telepathically expressing relief that she was okay, and she let out a blood-curdling scream, and that is how we ended the episode. Today is the next day. Those of you who really went all out it was, you had to sort of recover, but you're doing okay. It was, very exhausting, but you've done it. You're back to
A lot of jacuzzi time.
back to what you're doing. Henry shows up in the middle of the day, sort of seeing all the stuff, and people immediately come over to him, and he says, he'll sort of gather this group here. We'll say Treason is still... Treason actually is really getting on with the Soldier of Fortune now. She rides around on his shoulder a lot. And, I don't know, we'll say that Dear Nova is kind of, Nova's just talking to Agnes and other ghostly things. So Henry will say, so it sounds like you took the initiative, Asha, and went ahead and resurrected Friederike. How is she doing?
I mean, do we know? Because the last we saw was Wednesday took her.
A good point. I'll tell you what. Let's say I'm gonna have DJ3 make this roll. DJ3, give me a luck roll.
Okie dokie. Nothing.
There you go.
No straight either.
Wednesday has checked.
What is the point of you? Oh my God!
What is the point of
Right? It was a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and then a 7.
There you go. Yeah. Can't reroll for free. So, I will say that Wednesday has been letting you know that Friederike has been in a sort of a rather intense sleep. She brought her some tea at some point. She went back to sleep. She's clearly just needing to, kind of maybe kind of let all the musculature kind of reconnect itself here, with some blood pumping through it for a little bit. So she's still recovering, but Wednesday will say, "Oh, she's doing perfectly well, miss. Much better than she should be in the circumstances, miss."
Doing great then. See?
Yeah, and Henry says, "Well, wonderful. Well, I'll be very happy to speak to her whenever she has been restored. Was Sherlock much trouble during the reanimation process?
Define trouble.
Did he interfere? Did he make your job more difficult? Did he, I don't know, was he his usual self?
He didn't touch anything.
Okay, well, I suppose that's something. In any event, my friends, we are going to be going on a mission that I've been speaking about for a while. To be totally honest, we have left this for over, this is the 7th time this has been an option to vote on. So it's kind of a thing. He'll say, I honestly don't know the situation in the Kingdom by the Sea where you're going. I have been, to a certain extent, reticent to send you here for personal reasons, as this realm is connected to me, but I do feel that this is now the time that you must venture to the Kingdom by the Sea.
What do you mean connected to you?
Well, the Usher
Do you know the witch?
No, but the Usher on I don't know the witch. As we've said, she was not from there. This is where she's hiding. As far as I can tell, she's still there, but she has been there for so long, she may have accumulated a great deal of whatever it is one accumulates in such places.
So is this witch a dreadlord?
No.
Master mage?
Neither.
Abomination?
She is a multiversal.
No, she's definitely an abomination.
Not Dominic is using very specific terminology right now, and she is none of those things, but she is a multiversal traveler. She does not exist in multiple multiverses at once. She doesn't reshape a multiverse to her will, but she can be in more than one at once.
Like you.
Sorry, she cannot be in more than one at once, but she can travel between them. Yes, more like me.
So the witch is you.
No. However, Corinna, in answer to your very reasonable question before you were interrupted by 3 men, this is my home multiverse that you are going to.
So why were you hesitant to send us there?
Well, because, one, I think that it is odd that my home multiverse is being used. It feels like a personal sort of... This is not a universe many people travel to. The Usheron Rift is more difficult to access than others. Now, with the dream walking journal I've given you, it won't be for you, but... For those of you who are familiar with sort of phone books and the like, imagine that the Usheron Rift is unlisted. So even multiversal travelers can't just go there as easily. It's not inaccessible, it's simply sort of not one that appears as easily.
Is it unmapped?
No, it's perfectly well mapped for those who live there. It is simply for mages who are aware of many different multiverses. This one doesn't sort of show up in your search feed as highly. It's on the dark web, so to speak. I am from a plane.
There's spiders.
Oh
right,
no.
So I need to remember to just not use phrases. In any event, my...
It's best not to use words.
Yes, I need to simply stop speaking. It would solve all the trouble. So, Corinna, my home plane was destroyed. But this is the multiverse that it used to be in.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, I appreciate your sympathies, but I'm long since...
That's rough,
over
buddy.
it. Yes. In any event, I can tell you that story at some point, but for now... You have a specific mission. You are going to a material plane in this multiverse. There are a few in this multiverse. This one is called the Kingdom by the Sea. It is a unique multiversal plane. It is a unique material plane because though it is a full material plane that does exist, it is incredibly small. It is almost a material demiplane. It is a sea and the kingdom by it, and really nothing more.
Small as in, she'll point to Filian. Small or small as in it's just a city by the sea?
Precisely, yes. It is I think it is roughly... There is a good bit of ocean beyond it, of course, and there's a little bit of land outside of it, but it is probably... I don't know...
It's like our place used to be.
Yes, so a little bigger than that. It's maybe 100 square miles total, maybe 80 square miles. It's, it's not maybe 9. And imagine like a square with 9 miles on each side, sort of. It's
So it's like an entire plane the size of like San Termino.
Yes, precisely.
Huh.
Yes. But it is not all city. There are sort of it's a smaller city and other stuff, so it's not as grand as Santa Mia is.
Okay.
So you're going to travel there. But Betty Biobelcher is present. I was going to tell you where she was. Oh, and here, by the way, as always, Osher, here is some local coinage for you. There you go. Betty Biobelcher, she was living outside of the city in a sort of hut, very witch-like. I cannot guarantee that is where she is now. I also, however, if memory serves, I know that Dracula will be present there. And that means Dracula will
Business
Kill
deals.
him.
Oh,
If you're able to kill Dracula, have at it. I doubt that's something you'll want to do, but I believe he will be awaiting you when you arrive there.
All
Based
right,
on
we meet him at high
Tom's
noon. Got it? Got it.
previously.
how would one kill Dracula? Is there a specific?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you'd have to sort of...
Not that we're going to.
Oh.
And she'll eye all of the men
you,
and Asha.
Fighting Dracula in fighting Dracula is sort of not really a good idea. What you would do is find his place of rest in the daytime, open it up so that light is shining into it. You shall drive a stake through his heart. You shall cut off his head. You shall stuff his head full of garlic, as well as the neck. Yeah, very pretty standard.
Then we
I
put
don't think-
that onto a rotisserie, and then
Honestly, I'm not sure that would do it because that might undo some of the. Oh, in holy water, just everywhere, just douse.
Okay. Well, we won't be doing that.
Sure. Probably not there, but again, also the thing about Dracula is he exists in every plane now, so do that one place, you've done nothing.
Does he have just the one spot, or does every plane have a spot that is sort of his domain that we could kill him in?
That one.
Oh, then that's easy. We can kill him anywhere we go.
Right, but you...
We can kill him again and again and again. It'll be very satisfying.
Let's focus on the task at hand.
Is that not the task?
The
No.
task is not to kill Dracula. I assume Dracula's going to meet you because Dominic arranged a little tete-a-tete, or tete-a-fang. The mission is to find out whatever you can about Betty Biobelcher.
And make a business deal.
That is a sub-goal, Mr. John.
that is literally only one who cares about this is you, DJ3.
Asha wants to play.
Asha want Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
From what I understand about Wi-Fi, we won't be able to find it here.
But why
Now with
five?
that attitude.
Why? Fi.
I guess that I should re-mention because it was literally last discussed on your 4th mission, and this is about to be your 11th. That the reason, does anyone remember why you want to meet Betty Biobelcher?
Nope.
Certainly. Allow me to remind everyone of this. Betty Biobelcher is a master.
She was the one who summoned the curse.
Dominic, excellent work, yes, of course. You know why? It's because he takes notes. He's a detective. That's what they do. They jot things down.
Asha could take notes if Asha had Wi-Fi.
Wait, who summoned which curse?
There was a curse put on a young man who was a sort of a chef.
Oh, right.
He said everything was raw and asked where the lamb sauce was.
Yes, that was you, Corinna. Do you remember when you went to a little dinner and we made you look like a human and Damien event?
Right.
And
Yes.
he had a curse put on him. He is someone from CC7722, which I have told you on a few occasions is a very important plane.
Yes.
What happens in CC722? What happens in CC7722?
Does not stay there.
affects the superstar universe, which in turn can affect everything. So
Yes.
Okay.
we must be very careful with what happens in that plane, and any incursions to that plane must be rigorously investigated. That is to say, rigorously investigated. So, your mission is to
It's investigated.
it needs investigate. So, what you're going to do? Is that how they say it on Tinaval? Is that
Oh, I believe that's canonically correct now.
Yes, yeah. That's the Tinavelian. Yes, perfect. So, you're going to go to this place. What you would love to know is who had Betty Biobelcher put this curse on Damien Aventi. That's the mission that we kind of have left for Seven Things, and we haven't really followed up on because we met Friederica, we did business deals. You subsequently went to
We
CC7.
haven't done a business deal. We need to do the business deal.
It's literally only this guy.
You get money for free here.
Sherlock Holmes
It's how you
appears.
beat Dracula.
Sherlock Holmes appears and says, "Ah, so it looks like you're all going off on another mission finally. I've been thinking a lot since your events yesterday.
I need to
I
restart
see, and
my
I'm
computer.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see it, and I'm so sorry."
Okay.
Guys,
come
there
back
is
with
an
a
energy
cake-pop.
tonight that is not the best energy we've ever had.
Not the worst energy we've ever had.
It's true, but it isn't the best.
Is this your note to tell us to pull our shit together?
No, it's more just
Not happening.
it's more just that things are rough. I'm really sorry for nothing is more upsetting than your computer not working. Is all I have to say.
It's so strange in that like the screen dies, but she can still hear and talk to us.
Yes, there is a
It's so weird.
it's
It has to be a graphics card or a graphics driver issue.
I think it's like a wire. It's like a bad wire inside the
Something
machine.
like that.
Is what's going on. Because it also happens often if she jostles it. So, she'll be back soon, or she won't. But the point is, you guys have your mission. Who wants the book, Corinna or Dominic?
I will take it.
Me.
this
Doug.
time.
Cool. She'll give it to Corinna. He'll give it to Corinna. He doesn't
Literally,
even acknowledge
Dominic has
Doug.
never asked for the book at all. You only put it in his hands.
No, he's been putting it in your hands because you're the one you're like the next one to do it, and he wasn't sure if now it's like Dominic's the guy, but Corinna's like, no, I'll be taking that.
But yeah, then he's just looking at Henry. He's like, "Why are you even asking me?
Well,
I've literally never asked for the book."
That's fine, but you're right. Fair enough. I'll give it to you whenever Corinna is not here. How about that?
Okay.
And then if Dominic is not, if Dominic and Corinna aren't here, I'll give it to Asha.
Doug.
And then if Dominic, Corinna, and Asha are not here, I'll give it to
Doug.
Nova, I guess. Then
Filion in the flesh suit.
no, then we have a more difficult
Doug.
discussion. Doug, I'm going to be honest with you, my friend Doug. I have concerns about what would happen if the Dream Journal were in your hands. So no, the order of it.
What could go wrong?
Wait, who's Doug?
Benji.
DJ3. Doug, Filion, and Treason, I will phrase it as are unlikely to receive the Dream Journal. Treason
take
and
that.
Filion because it is much larger than they are. Doug for other reasons.
Ooh.
So, in
Yes,
any case,
well,
Corinna,
shall
I
we?
suppose it's yours now because Dominic doesn't like having it. He just gets it by default.
Oh.
Yes, Asha.
What about Asha?
You were
get
the
it.
you were the third in line. It goes Corinna, Dominic, Asha, and then there is a very
Apparently a
wide
very
gulf.
large gulf.
What
Then
about
there's a
Cal?
massive gulf. Then there's Nova. Then there's a bottomless abyss. And I'm not even sure that DJ3 is next on the list. It may be Sherlock. Sherlock says you should be so lucky. In any event, so if you're heading to the Ushron Rift, as I
You know, if
suspect-
you give it to him, we'll never come back, right? Because we'll have to wait for him to stop talking to tear the page out.
please,
That's the last mission we go on. We're stuck wherever you send us with him.
I would only need to dream walk if I were going to a place I already was, and I wanted to go there in a way that I wasn't there, but was somewhere else.
Yeah.
So,
See what I mean?
the point is, I was going.
Are you
to...
coming with us?
Well, no, I'm already on.
Then let's go.
Yes.
Okay, they just walk on. Henry's like, yes. Speaking of which, Sherlock, were you going to go back to wherever the plane that you came from was? He says, no, there's much more to learn here. What you're doing is very interesting. I can, of course, think of all the different places I am, but if they're going to this one, I'm not sure I'm going to meet them, but I am going to take a nap in case I choose to do so. So, might see you in a bit, might not. You'll be lucky if you see me, of course. And then he lays down on a bench.
Part of me
We trade
wonders
him out
if
for
we could
Hercule
get.
Poirot.
Sorry, what?
Can we switch out Sherlock Holmes with Hercule Poirot?
Potentially, but try telling that to Sherlock. Yes, yes, Pierce.
I was saying, I would love it so much if when we get Wi-Fi here, and we introduce Sherlock to this mobile game, it's all he does, and he can't do anything else but play that game.
Elementary, all I must do is, something is wrong. The statistical odds of not drawing Meridian 6 games in a row are astronomical. Therefore, the game is cheating against me. I shall keep going.
Nah, he just literally matched against DJ3. That's just all it is.
Purchase gold pack. All right, here we go. Now we are. Yes, but, as you guys head out, in this instance, as we have on a few occasions, unless anyone has any conversations they want to have as they walk through, we will even hand wave through this kind of walk, and we'll even just kind of as you guys emerge from like some weird dream, you sort of step out of a. This would be like a. It's not like a hotel. It's basically like a hotel, like a rooming boarding house kind of thing. You sort of step out of the room of someone there, and you can see that there is a rather beautiful kind of vaguely Mediterranean influenced kind of like city of beautiful stone arches, domes, and kind of this architecture. It is not, however, particularly like sunny. It's not grim or anything like that, but like the sky certainly has plenty of clouds in it. The temperature also is not. It doesn't have that like tropical region sort of thing that you sometimes find in the Mediterranean. It's a bit cooler, not cold, but a little cooler. The people are dressed very formally. It's honestly not super different from how people were dressed in Robin's Dread. The men are in, women are in sort of gowns. Men are in, for the most part, and some women are also in sort of more suit-like things, crushed velvets, cravats, that energy. And you see a lot of horses drawing carriages. However, you do notice that not everyone out there is a human being. It is mostly humans, but you see there are some other sort of creatures moving around. Although Filian, you don't see any other minifigures such as yourself. Corinna, you don't see any other mystery. Asha, you don't see any other Ewoks. Dominic, you do not see any other orcs. But you sort of see some sort of interesting species, beings unfamiliar to you, but kind of moving, and most of them are dressed accordingly. None of you will all look, none of you are in the exact garb of this place, but you're not going to stick out like absurdly. And as you sort of leave the room of whoever's sleeping and kind of look around this place, the sun is sinking low in the sky. It's towards the late afternoon, about to be evening, nearing sunset. What would you like to do? Oh, and I guess I should mention, like, you can see it's like sloping down, massive ocean out beyond this sort of city you're in.
Where are we
you're
supposed to meet?
Okay. You're looking for Betty Bilebelcher.
He said that she might be in a cottage in the woods, right?
He did, but he did
Usher
say
on Riff?
you guys
She
have
might
spent
not be.
so long she may no longer be there.
Is there like a tavern or anything anywhere nearby?
Why would we go to
Yes,
tavern?
I
We
think
need beer?
certainly from right here you could see some kind of like public house, some kind of, well lit.
We're on a mission here. You're trying to get booze now?
No,
Hey.
we're trying to get information, and where else is information spread but in a tavern?
I like her idea.
The heck?
Second, the motion.
Don't you think that the drunkards would be discussing a witch in the woods?
The person you trust the least are the drunkards.
That's not my experience. Most
Yeah.
people are drunkards.
Well, very well. Let's join them then, shall we?
No, right. All right, let's go along and see.
Where are we supposed to meet?
We got high hopes for our drunkards here.
Oh, I think he'll probably find us, DJ3. We're not going to be very inconspicuous.
I'm gonna put my collar up around my neck.
Good. If you sort of walk into this nearby tavern, it is not overly crowded. Dominic, as a bar owner yourself, you would deem this a little mid. It seems to just kind of be like there's no charm, there's no, it's just kind of, they're not trying very hard, but they're sort of giving out ales, wines, things like this to various sort of well-dressed folks who are kind of going to the tables. You wish the alley had this level of business, but they're barely putting anything into it, so it's like some jerks have all the luck.
It's all about location, they say.
Apparently. Yes,
I'll get around. I'll go get around.
Okay. If you walk up, there is a sort of bartender there. He'll kind of look at you. This bartender is Ooh, perfect. This bartender is he appears to have he looks very human-like, but his skin, it seems to be of a completely different like substance or quality. There's something like almost papery about him. Like parchment paper kind of and he you can hear a little crinkling as he moves.
Can I get a read on this fellow?
Sure, do a read person detect vibe.
Am I literally reading the words on it?
You're like,
Match 3
it
fantasy.
was the best of times. It was a match of 3?
Yeah?
Oh, wait, third degree or just second degree?
No. 2 3s.
Second degree fantasy. He seems to be a very sort of like, he doesn't seem to like his job much. You know, he's doing what he has to do. He probably thinks he's too good for this job. Probably considers himself a bit of a poet.
I've seen those folks before.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
4 of your finest ales and any little bits of plastic, I think, that you have.
Bits of plastic? What,
Yeah, that's right.
what is plastic? I don't. Here's 4 ales.
I'll look. Is there anything that I could give to my friend Filian?
Make a luck roll. Now it'll come through.
3 ones.
3 ones. Yeah, there's some kind of
A Lego piece somewhere.
there's some kind of like oh, you know what? There's like there's like a little bottle cap that seems to be sort of like partially lacquered or something. You can just take that off the bar
Yeah.
cap and yeah, no problem.
All right, I did my part. Here's the rounds for everybody.
Thank you.
Do
yeah.
you pay the guy?
I think Asha has the money.
So in other words, you'll get some rounds in the sense you'll literally get them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. He's
I don't
kind
have
of,
any money.
he's like he's expecting you to pay him.
Asha? Is she at the bar? Are you right next to me? And I just yelled over your head.
Should probably. I'm assuming she's not taller than the counter.
Probably not. No.
She will just like,
the ears.
yeah, slide the money on the
Oh my. He sort of looks down and Asha, this isn't even a thing. We won't have to go down this road. Give me a charm persuade. I'm just trying to see if bartenders are super into Asha as a rule. Because we had the Sasquatch bartender who was like, hey there, furry lady.
Charm persuade is so low. I am gonna add power to this.
Understood. Well, wait, is there a different thing you have that would be? No, it would be that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what we had. I think you added a bunch of power last time when you did this very thing for for your Sasquatch boy.
So I'm gonna, mother of fucking god, I'm gonna roll 4.
Mother of fucking god.
2 4s.
2 4s. You know what? With 2 4s, you having said at the cost of 4 precious power in an unknown world. Asha, the bartender, upon like leaning over to take it, looks at you, and you can see on this sort of like,
Asha will wink.
oddly paper-like thing when you wink, he kind of and Asha, with your senses, you can smell his eyes even, just kind of give you a little upsy downsy, give you a once over, and he sort of,
Nice.
he smirks slightly. Oh, thank you.
Interesting sentence. You can smell his eyes. Give you a once over.
Yeah.
What, you not?
Oh, and Filian, this is for you.
We are considering traversing into the woods nearby. We were wondering if
What?
maybe there was something treacherous that might be found there that we might want to avoid. Anything
Oh.
you've heard?
There are a few bandits out there, yeah. So, you know,
No one lives out there.
I don't know.
Ever heard of Betty Bob Belcher?
I guess I will roll for this. Hold on. Betty, what?
Okay, guess not.
A witch in the woods.
Oh, they always say there's witches in the woods, but that's just nonsense.
Well, of course, but sometimes there's truth to it.
Are you? He kind of looks down at Asha. You scared of a witch in the woods?
Oh no, ew, he sounds like.
No.
This is just Philip's cool guy voice. This is just...
No problem. This guy
Asha.
isn't cool. He's just into.
Yeah. Well, he should be.
Well, it's one good thing in his favor.
Asha Batty.
Yeah, Asha Batty. Asha can't get it.
Oh man.
So basically, he's like, oh yeah, but he seems to not know much about the woods, and he confirms there's bandits out there, but doesn't know much. However, as you, dear friends, do this, a woman who is sitting there drinking wine from one of those tiny little glasses. You know the thing I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A cordial glass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Into the thing it goes. From a
Can't be cordial.
glass. She sort of slurps loudly so that Asha hears it, and actually anyone who has a high listen, like if you have like 4 in listen, I'll say you probably are.
Okay, so we talked about this previously. I don't think it was the last game, but I have a 2 in listen, and you said you felt like that was an oversight, but then we didn't change it.
Here, I'm just doing it. Just calm down. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
I was assuming it because you have Ewok ears. It's like the
Yeah.
thing for your character. It's fine. There we go. But Asha, so basically this woman sort of slurps, and Asha hears it, but the rest of you maybe, and she kind of just turns and says, excuse me, did you just say Betty Bilebelcher?
Yes.
Oh, that's so weird. She's wearing like a kind of like a low, like a bodice, like a low She's wearing a Bridgerton dress, like low cut sort of vibe.
Someone dressed like that is saying something's weird, but then again, I'm dressed in clothing that doesn't come from this plane at all.
That's so weird that you would say that. I was
Why?
just hearing someone saying that name. Like,
Was it him?
What?
Was it him? I'll point to Dominic.
No. Oh, I see what you're doing. No, I mean like actually someone else was saying that name like earlier today.
Who and in what context?
Well, okay, so like a friend of mine, she was saying that Betty, like, but I didn't think Bilebelcher, is that really what it was? Okay.
It's the only name
Yes.
I know.
Basically, she was saying that she could
Maybe
give
we
you,
have accent.
like a friend of mine said she had gone to her and she had like given her this love potion that had like made this boy that she really liked just fall gaga for her.
Did your friend happen to get married? Wait. Is that what happened?
Oh,
Wait.
Well, not yet. I mean, she probably will soon. What?
Who was the? We might have mutual friends. She's trying to like emulate her.
Brenda, why you sound like that? Brenda, that really weird sound.
She looks at this purple woman in like sci-fi, whatever clothing, and is like, I don't think we do.
I don't think you go to her school.
Okay. Well, where did she find Betty
Well,
Bilebelcher?
apparently, that's so weird. But like, should I be warning my friends about this woman? Is she like trouble? Because
Oh well, that's what we're.
she seemed like really happy with what she'd done, and I feel like she might have given her a lot of coin.
Oh, this one wants a love potion too, and I'll point to Corinna.
Oh,
She's trying to marry some guy named Orlando.
oh,
She'll like
Really?
take her staff and like bang it on his toe.
Ah! You actually hit me with that. You gotta be more careful.
Okay. Well, like,
Fine. Yes.
Okay.
Desperate for.
As
love-
the kids might say, Betty might be a baddie.
Betty might be a baddie.
I don't know.
Oh,
She's assuredly a bad person.
I. Okay, so like, my friend did give me the address.
Yes.
Where
What?
she
What
has
is?
her shop, but I don't have it. I need to go to my chambers. So maybe, like, what is your guys' whole vibe? You all seem very like strange. I'm just gonna say.
You seem strange.
Thank you.
You strange.
No, I'm very normal here. But like, why? And that one's very little. She's talking about Fillion, not Asha. So like, what? I mean,
He had a curse put on him. That's another thing that we're trying to resolve.
Oh, you had a curse put on you?
Many times, actually, multiple different kinds of curses.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it made him bigger.
Hold on. Can I read this person?
Sure.
See if she really is one of the kids.
Sure. You can do a read on her.
At one point, every time I spoke, a frog would come out of my mouth.
Oh dear.
That was a weird one.
No matches.
No matches. She just seems weird, but I mean, that's this fucking plane already. You can already tell. But she'll say, okay. I mean, I do like, I really love, and if you think you found your person and he doesn't want to marry you, then like, I super support using a potion to make him. So like,
Christ, lady.
I definitely, because like you have, if you found your person, I get it. So I'm gonna go to my chambers and get the address and bring it back to you guys.
Why don't we just go with you?
You
Go to
guys
his lady's
seem,
chambers.
you guys seem kind of, I don't really want to invite you to my home, is why. Because like, I don't want to say that you guys are not aesthetic, but like, I'm aesthetic. You're clearly from somewhere else, and maybe where you're from. Am I right that you're from 5 different places?
What gave us away? We're all dressed.
No, we have
completely
same home.
differently.
Well, you're all dressed so differently. Oh, you all, I mean, I'm not even saying like, maybe you guys are in like a polycule and like the 5 of you are there. It's like, it's fine. And you're gonna leave it for this Orlando guy. That's fine.
Have
I'm
you
just
seen one of those
saying-
advertisements on TV where it's like 5 friends that are all of different races and species? That's us.
That's exactly what it is. But she's
For a
basically
marketing
like,
campaign?
okay, because you're not really aesthetic, and I kind of would feel weird, like if anyone saw any when you guys coming to my place.
We will wait here.
Okay.
We all still have our drinks.
Can I?
Go
Also,
ahead, fill in.
Oh, I just want to like climb, if I can, like hop down, like walk over to Asha's foot
Okay.
and sort of like motion to kind of get her attention.
I think you can do that. This woman will not notice you doing that. She'll be like, okay, then I guess I'll go. I'm gonna be back for another one of these, and I'm sure someone's gonna pay for me anyway. So she's just saying this is a bartender. I'll be back. I have to go pick something up for them, I guess.
what if she's the person?
She gets
I'll
up and
slip.
leaves.
I'll slip
And-
Asha my thieves' tools.
I was gonna, and I go, and I will just say, Asha, super spy, and I cast invisibility on Asha.
Oh.
Asha, super spy.
So Dominic, you hand your thieves' tools, and they're like they're disappearing, and Asha's invisible. So Asha, you're going to super spy?
Apparently.
Okay, great.
And
How
then
long am I invisible for?
an hour,
Rad. Okay, let's do this.
as long as I'm concentrating on it.
All right. So then
Does it
Asha,
only fall apart when she attacks something, or when she does
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. If you attack something or cast a spell, but I
Oh.
don't.
No, that's not happening.
But
That's not
you can
happening.
order. Oh, Snoot, he's not yours. He's not yours.
Wait,
All right.
is
So, Asha, you go ahead, Dominic.
is gunning someone casting a spell? Oh, it's attacking someone,
It's
so I
attacking,
guess.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Asha, if you're going to go after her with this invisibility, I am going to let you make a sneak roll, and as if you need it, with being invisible, you shall get 2 bonus dice.
On top of.
Whatever
Oh,
you
so
currently
8.
have. You roll 8 dice. Change 1 to whatever you want after the thing.
Is horror or fantasy a better?
That in this case is up to you. It's both could feel right for witches.
Horror, thrills.
Yeah. Okay. So three horror.
A third degree success in horror. Understood. I will say with a third degree success doing this, the woman goes to the door. Someone like holds it open for her, and Corinna, Dominic, DJ3, and Filian, none of you see like the door do like any kind of weird bounce as another thing goes out. Asha, is that just super spy?
Spy.
Slides out, no problem.
All right, I'll sit at the bar and wait.
I'm gonna have her ale.
You can
Thank you
have
for
Asha's
the
ale.
drink.
Son of a bitch.
In the meantime, as
We have comms though, right?
you do.
Asha will whisper, "No one drink my ale."
DJ3's doing it already. I should paid for that. The bartender.
Get it back in.
You notice the bartender like occasionally like smirks over at you guys, but then he notices that the one with all the ass isn't there anymore, and he's kind of like, what the? Anyway,
Double
Do you
cheek
know
up on a Tuesday.
go ahead, DJ3.
Do you know a Henry Lovestone?
Who are you saying this to? The bartender?
The bartender.
No.
Trying to hit on the bartender, dude.
No, because if he's from here, but not this one, maybe there's another one. I'm very curious.
DJ3. On the other side of where you guys were, there is a woman with a cordial glass. And this woman is wearing a dress, but her skin is green, and she has two antennae coming out of the top of her head.
Oh my god.
And she sort of pauses and goes, "What did you say?"
Oh my god.
When?
What you just said.
Told me she wasn't here.
What name did you just say?
Oh, Henry. Yeah.
Is this someone you know?
Yeah.
How?
Business partner.
Is he here?
I like to think he's always here with us.
Rip. Hats off.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What is your name?
Doug.
Doug.
Jolly.
Charlie.
The third.
I see.
Did you have to say it like that?
Hello, Doug Jolly.
The third. And who might you be?
I'm Dupina.
Well, pleasure to meet you.
So how do you know Henry exactly? When's the last time you saw him?
Oh. Actually, look at the time. Hey, what time did we leave?
It's hard to say.
What time did we leave?
And what time is it now? I don't
mean-
understand.
Earlier today, I guess.
Today you saw him. I
Oh, we
see.
left earlier today. You asked that question.
So,
Yeah.
well,
Is there like a time change? What-
he's not here?
I'll look around.
Can I do a read person on
You
her?
can.
I'm also doing pretty person.
Why not?
Paris Evans. Comedy.
A pair of sevens comedy. Okay, wait, I'll see what Corinna's is because I might give you guys different levels of knowledge here.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No matches.
2 4s.
2 4s. So sci-fi. Okay, sci-fi. DJ3. You get the sense that this woman, though she's wearing kind of like a dress appropriate for the thing, this woman's a damn alien. She looks just like an alien.
No kidding.
She's green skin and antennas, and she's got real alien vibes. And like you're kind of like if you like imagine, honestly, Corinna, part of you is like, oh, This
Yeah.
girl could seem a little more. She's given you a once over once or twice, but you're like this girl should have like a ray gun. This is weird, like a jetpack. Dominic, with your comedy. So I'll say that DJ3, you're kind of like but DJ3, what that tells you is she's not from here. Dominic, what you're thinking as you look at this woman is, oh, she hates Henry. Oh, this is not a friend of Henry. But you do have a vibe that, though she hates him, it is less a vibe of, like, I have to kill everyone he's connected to, and more, it's some more lighthearted, like, you're not sure if this is an ex, or this is, like, a friend of an ex, or, like, this is someone who thinks Henry is garbage. That's the vibe.
Girl, spill the tea.
Do you say that to her?
Yeah. What's Henry's deal?
It is not tea, it is brandy. It's a cordial.
And please don't spill it. If it's brandy, then. But what's Henry's deal?
Oh, Henry? Well, if you're friends of his...
No.
I don't have
I
much
wouldn't
Oh, you
say
wouldn't
that.
friends.
I mean,
More
Business
borderline
partners.
captives, honestly.
Well, hopefully he treats you better than he did his wife.
He had a wife.
Oh, yes.
is that you?
No. I'm much wiser than my dear cousin.
What was her name?
Oh, her name is still her name. She's very much alive, I think. But, oh, he ruined her.
How?
Did he send her on missions and not give him full instructions and then get mad at her when she came back but didn't do the mission exactly like she had hoped? And then also
Actually,
tell you that she wouldn't give you the book that was like the all important thing of the mission, even if everyone else was gone?
The second part...
Hypothetically.
I don't know. When you started talking, I was going to be like, in a matter of speaking, but then you said a lot more, and it no longer really applies.
He just doesn't seem like the type of person that would be cruel to someone that he was married to.
Oh.
That's more this guy's thing. Point to
Oh,
Billy.
he wasn't cruel. He was just
Not fooled
aloof.
any of them.
Anyway.
Bad things happened. I didn't cause most of them.
Well,
If you-
what happened to your cousin?
Oh, just, they broke up. She was very upset. It was a stain on her family. The point is, if you see Henry Lovestone again, tell him that Dupina hasn't forgotten, and neither have all good Bacrusians.
Do I recognize the name Bacrusian?
You don't. It's from two different
Okay.
realms.
Okay.
sadly.
Just
I'll say
checking.
that you instinctively recognize that's her alien species.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do you,
Lupina and what was it?
the Bacrusians.
do you want us to regularly change out his shoe size to a half size bigger?
Wait, what? You would do what now?
Change out his shoes like every week, but to ones that are a half size bigger but the same. Then he thinks he's shrinking.
Oh,
I don't think.
Where
that
do
would
you
work.
expect to get shoes?
Doug.
He's so irritating. He would just know that the shoes were a different size. I don't care about it. Just interesting to hear his name around these parts. We've mostly tried to forget him. He took Ulaloom off to bigger and better things. After that whole debacle with, well, you know.
Ulaloom.
We don't know. That's why we're asking.
Ulaloom
What
was
debacle?
Ulaloom was his wife. My cousin.
Your cousin.
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
Is there, aside from getting into a toward romance with him, is there anything else that we should avoid?
I mean, just anytime he talks. Because he's
Perfect.
just so boring.
Oh.
You should meet someone named Sherlock. It sort of reframes the whole thing.
That's true. That's very
Yeah.
Is Sherlock anything like Henry?
Oh, way, way worse.
worse
Oh,
in many ways.
someone worse than Henry.
Another jump.
And then we turn around
person
and there's
there.
another
Did
person.
someone say Sherlock Holmes?
there's a man in a Sherlock cap drinking from a cordial.
It would be. Actually, wait. DJ3 roll of luck.
Okay.
And this is
Oh,
our
boy.
session for today.
We're never gonna get back to Asha.
3 threes.
Three
She
threes.
disappeared from the entire campaign.
Yeah.
It's my fant. I'm going with it. Comedy would have been best, but it's 3 threes. Another woman nearby holds up a cordial glass and says, "Did someone say Sherlock Holmes?" And turns, and it is Sherlock Holmes wearing a disguise, which he throws off and says, "Yes, clearly you did, and I'm here. I've deduced that you would be here, and I came to precisely where you were, and I was in disguise for a while, sipping on a lovely brandy, but now I'm here. Have no fear."
Is this our Sherlock or a different Sherlock?
Totally different Sherlock, but also
He's saying that to the woman or to us?
to all of you.
Oh, damn
And
it.
she goes, "What?" He says,
Question.
"Don't worry, madam. I'll see to these ruffians."
Does
So,
every
my
single
friends,
Sherlock
how
Holmes
goes
of
your
every single
search?
plane look the same? Or do they play by different actors in each plane?
Kind of like it depends. Sometimes it's the same guy, sometimes different.
Okay.
Oh, we are not ruffians, and we don't require your assistance.
If you consult with the woman will say, the Dupina will say, if you consult with Henry Lovestone, you probably are. And she then turns back and drinks her cordial in peace. But Sherlock says, "So the game's afoot. What have we found?" As he's like removing his wig and like taking a dress off. and
Oh,
he's just
I thought he was then taking off the disguise of the Sherlock from this realm.
I'm the other Sherlock.
Oh,
no,
no.
he's just taking off the disguise he had as he was sipping a cordial.
Nothing.
we-
We're waiting
like-
for a friend.
How'd you
And we
fit
are
the
not-
detective outfit under a dress?
Elementary. You see.
No, that's not the elementary.
No, I'm an expert of. He begins to hold up the dress and showing you, like, see, there's all these compartments and hidden around, and I can turn this dress into. And then he flips the dress around himself and he buttons it up real quick, and now he looks like he's like a priest. You see, many
Oh, wow.
purposes. Yes, I'm a master of disguise. You may not know that. Also, master of martial arts. So,
What are you not a master of?
Don't engage. Don't
I
engage.
certainly hope Asha found something useful.
Brevity.
Smash cut to Asha. You follow this woman. She walks down a street. She is kind of walking like kind of like whatever. Just like every time like she sees anyone, like men, women, anyone kind of looking at her with any sort of whatever, she really kind of like showboats a little, you know?
But she's invisible.
Not Asha, the woman
Not
she's
me.
following.
Oh, I see.
I was just doing that anyway, invisibly. You can twerk invisible. But sort of you follow her. She goes to a doors. Asha, I want you to actually do a detect vibe on this part.
Her vibe?
No, it's the vibe of the area.
Okay.
Although I guess... you know what? I'll let you do a navigate as well.
Oh, thank God. Oh, wow. Wow. I got 2 4s and 3 7s, so let's just do 3 7s.
Hey, full house.
3 sevens comedy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, sort of, I don't know if it's relief or whatever. Asha, as you're sort of traipsing after her, this does not seem to be a residential neighborhood. And the door that she eventually walks up to and begins opening looks more like a storefront than a home. The sign on the door says the Beatrice Agency. It seems
The
fresh.
Beatrice Agency?
Mhm.
Okay. Does it look like a... What kind of shop does it look like? Like, can I tell through the windows?
The windows, she is going upstairs to some sort of thing. There's not like a lower, the lower floor is some unconnected shop. So she is opening a door. She's about to go upstairs. If you want to sneakily follow after her, you can make another stealth roll, and you still get the extra 2 from being invisible. Or you can simply, having seen where she goes, let her go in, get whatever she's doing, and come out. Up to you.
I will go after her, but Asha wants to be very cautious because she is going to assume she is currently assuming that since they both start with B, they're the same person.
Okay. Okay. So you are going in or you're not going in?
She's going in, but she's not just like this entire time. She hasn't been like extra cautious. She's just been invisible and like.
Now you're proceeding with caution. Okay, so go ahead and make your stealth.
Is it at advantage still?
You have 8
or
dice.
like with the extra 2?
Yeah, you have the extra 2 because you're invisible, so you have 8 dice.
Can you imagine giving advantage to 8 dice? Roll 8 dice twice, take the highest.
Yeah, right. Oh wow, options. We got options. Okay.
Uh-oh.
1, 4, 4, 8. I mean 8. Yeah, 3 8s.
3 8s. Meta. All right. You sneak in after her, and you are really like you're trying to only step when she's stepping in case any kind of like because the stairs are a little creaky, but you know she doesn't seem to notice you at all. She doesn't pause or look around. She kind of walks up, and there's a door at the top, and she kind of walks into it, and she goes, "Oh dear, 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 this is like ridiculous. Let's see, where is that card? Oh yeah, right here, because like all the cards are for here. Are you going further, like into the room, kind of?
She said all the cards are for here.
She's like, I need to. Oh, how can I find a card for the beach? Oh, they're all for here, of course. She's like picking up a card or something. Are you gonna creep in?
Yes.
And she says, "How are you doing, old lady? Old lady, old lady, are you okay? Do you need like some candy or something? Do you need anything, you shriveled up old monster? You filthy, ugly, like harridan? You need anything? So ugly. Oh my god, you hag."
While she's invisible, Asha's still just gonna be like, "Meh."
Huh? You don't think she's talking to you, Asha? If you go further and look into the room she's in, there is an incredibly old, like witch-like woman in a chair in like rigor mortis, kind of very like like Norman's mama kind of vibes.
So she smells dead. Like she smells like a.
Asha, with your go ahead and give me a scent roll. Yes.
No, but when you need her.
3 4s.
With 3 4s, and sci-fi is your zone, so I will say with your alien nose. She smells dead. Wait, did you have it? Okay, 4 4, yeah, great. Dead. Yes.
And not like undead, right? Like she smells dead.
Like decomposing.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the meantime, this girl is just kind of like going through various things and going, okay, this one will work. Ooh, gotta rumple it up a bit. And she's like looking through like cards and stuff, and she's crumpling it. And then she picks up some hard candies and chucks them at the old lady's corpse. Like super hard.
Jesus Christ.
That's what you're into, you filthy old crone. Okay, let's see. Okay, that'll be good. She puts that between her boobs. Then she goes over to a mirror and she picks up some lipstick and she just starts doing it. I totally know how girls put lipstick on. That's in a movie when they're upset.
It's 2 hands.
They break it off.
And then it comes out perfect.
And then, that is really a movie should do that, where it's like insanely like drawing all over her face, then she bites that out of paper and she's. Anyway, Asha, so but this girl acting weird. Okay.
Asha will stay watching her.
Yeah.
Until we leave, basically.
Okay. 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 So she does this and she's like, okay. And she's like, Okay, let's see what else. This is interesting. She kind of turns and like goes to the table and she spits at the old woman's corpse in the thing for it. And then she sort of starts looking at some like pages and books and says, all right, a couple extra curses for these people should be fine. But then Asha, she looks up though you are invisible, you're not like hidden at this point. And she sort of spots you and she goes, "What? Oh!" And you have a moment. There's a moment in which she saw you, but then was like, "What?" And now she's like, "Wait, that's how did I not?" She's, she's.
No, never mind. If Asha's registering that she was seen, she's gonna leave.
Give me a move roll, Asha. It's under run move. It's called under physicality.
Run move. Okay. I'm gonna throw dice onto this.
Don't tell me she took Volo's ideal from BG3.
Perfect. Or maybe not. 2 7s.
2 7s. Okay.
I wish they weren't 7s, but
That's a good point. So in terms of 7s, 7s are an interesting one. Okay. I'm actually gonna roll for her then. But 7s will win you a certain tiebreak, but will lose a certain other tiebreak. It's gonna be based on what she rolls for this. Okay.
I shouldn't have stayed.
I am in an interesting situation here. I don't know. No, that is what it would be. Okay. She clearly will choose. She had 2 2s and 2 4s, but we're gonna go with 2s for horror because she's horror. However, that's gonna be more of a tie situation. So Asha, I will say that she sort of seeing you, Asha starts running, and you're like you're trying to like leap over the banister. She like casts a witchly spell. You hear her, sort of saying like, some kind of stuff, and she sort of sends something like right at you. You do manage to move quicker than it, but in the process of it, she sends horrible like necrotic magic coming at you, and in the process of it, I'm kind of honoring her stuff, which is scary stuff. I'm gonna say it's a tie in terms of like can you get away, whatever. So you're not going to get hit with a curse, but the curse does make an explosion happen. And Asha, as you're running down the steps, you step down on one of the boards, and it slams and hits you in the face in a very like cartoonish way. So now Asha is gonna. So basically, you're going to slide down the steps, but give me a resist harm roll under your vitality.
Oh my god! I'm gonna throw some die on this.
Okay.
We got comms.
How'd you do?
2 2s.
Or
Oh no. Okay, with 2 2s, you will reduce it. Oh. This is bad, but it could be worse. Okay, so Asha, because I rolled max damage. So, you're going to reduce it by half. But Asha, as you hit your head on this, and Asha's like, uh-oh, Asha, you go like tumbling down the stairs. And you do lose a power and you gain a condition.
Oh, am I dead?
You're not dead, but you are like, you now cannot regain.
Well, if I lose a power, I'm at 0.
You're at 0, but first time you have ever taken a condition. Anyone in this game. So, you are taking a condition, so this means you cannot regain power until you've like been healed, and you are probably gonna, and I'm gonna just for this case, so you fall and you hit like the inside of the door and you're kind of dazed. And, no, you even send the door flying open. So the door goes flying open and now you're out on the street, but you're dazed. She appears over you, walking after a few moments. Yes, Filian?
Am I still invisible?
You are invisible. Yes.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Never mind.
Yeah, so the door just seemingly flew open. And she sort of comes down and like looks down at you and goes, okay, so I'm like actually kind of impressed. And as you're kind of like passing out, and then anyone on the street sees this hot woman picking up an invisible
It's a mime.
something. All right, so we will leave off there with Asha has been captured. Okay.
So,
Yes.
Karina,
Yeah.
if you're gonna use a A love potion. I know a thing or two about them. They're very volatile. I've made a lot of potions in my time, so if that's something you're gonna use, you should be very careful about it.
Corinna, you're using a love potion. That seems totally
Wants to
unnecessary.
marry
for you.
Orlando.
No. What do you know about Betty Bio-Belcher?
Me?
Yes.
Sherlock Holmes, you're asking me.
Do you not know?
I don't know much about her, no. I've only recently come to this plane from other planes in this multiverse.
Oh,
cluster.
interesting. Well,
What I know...
I'd be interested in finding out what you can find out, because I'm not sure if you can find anything.
Corinna, please, I know you well enough to understand where you're attempting to use reverse psychology. I'm perfectly capable of finding out anything you need me to find out about Betty Bio-Belcher, but I've just arrived here, and I wanted to make a fun, dramatic entrance. You'll notice that, though I am Sherlock Holmes, I'm a bit less stuffy of a Sherlock, and I have a little more fun than some of the others. Hence my propensity for as many disguises as possible.
I bet you can't find our friend.
What friend?
Oh.
Asha. A round of drinks, I wager.
You're not as observant as the others, Sherlock.
Oh, I'm actually more observant. I just don't need to make such a big deal of it. I find the Sherlock of those dreams, the one who's been speaking to you in the Dreamlands, to be a bit, dare I say, pompous. Oh,
I'm not
don't
seeing
tell
a
me you don't
difference.
agree. He's certainly aware that those are your feelings about him.
Oh, yes, I do agree, but can't say that you're not a bit yourself. You know what? I'm going to try
What
to find.
pompous thing have I done thus far? I'm just having a fun conversation with my acquaintances after doing some very delightful.
Okay, well, if you're not
but
going
if
to
you
find
want me to
any
find your
information-
friend Asha, if that is the bet we're making,
I
Mr.
bet you can't.
Very well. I look forward to a round of drinks on you.
And you have to find her. How long ago did Filian cast the spell?
And
It's
how
like
long has it been?
30 minutes.
You have to find her in 30 minutes.
30 minutes or less. How about that as the wager? I shall
Yes.
return with your friend Asha. But I won't be going as me. No. And then he flips on the thing, and then he's like the lady again. Thank you for the cordial, sir. Oh, what a gentleman opened the door for me. The game is afoot.
That is pretty good.
Follow him.
I like the flair.
All right. In the meantime, DJ3, Sherlock leaves. I'm gonna say Dupina actually probably is sitting further away from you guys, but DJ3 he leaves, and then outside you see the very last traces of sunlight leaving the city. 1, 2. A figure appears in the frosted glass door. The door swings open. This aristocratic-looking man, pallid of skin, long black cape, goatee, looks in and spots you all and says, "Ah, good evening. I was wondering when you would finally come to visit me here in the Oseram Rift. Do you wish to have a conversation in such accommodation, or shall we go somewhere more classy?"
Nah, I'm fine. You stand outside the doorway. We stand inside here.
He's already in.
That's good. Yeah.
Wait, how
Damn
can
it.
we enter though?
It's not a house.
It's a bar.
Oh,
Is it an open invitation?
Everywhere.
No, just only dwellings.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like any threshold.
No, you can, yeah.
Oh.
God
Yeah,
damn.
pull up a seat.
Oh,
All right.
very well. He sort of
I don't
sits
really have a
down.
beef with him, really.
He kind of
so.
comes and sits and says, "I've been very curious about your group." "Ah, you, I think I remember." He looks at Filian. "Good evening. When I last saw you, I was a...
You were losing.
Ah, yes, Maisie did outplay me there. But let me tell you, my friend, I won. Well, never mind what I've won. The Brickverse is an interesting place, but not the only one. So, my friends,
I heard it was a really good arena, though. Flawless.
Not a
Yes.
single exploitable flaw.
Not a single exploitable flaw, and such beautiful plans given to me to build to my satisfaction. It was delightful. Dominic, I believe, is this your name?
Yes.
Yes, you were the one who suggested we meet.
To be honest, that was a long time ago. I sort of forgot what we talked about.
I can refresh your memory. There is, in another world, in another time, in another place, a game.
Uh-huh.
A game based on another universe entirely, one that I am also a part of. In this universe, it is a mundane place. I had trouble being there with my full power. At best, I am a Romanian businessman. Though I have drunk blood in this world, it is not the same. But I still have some bit of control I can influence, and my legend there gives me enough power. So, I am in the process of financing this game based on this universe. But then, people come, ask questions, try to take away my influence from premium. Is it premium swordfish?
I don't remember the name.
I think it was. I'm gonna look it up.
Don't ask Dominic. He didn't even look at the title screen.
It was premium swordfish. Yeah. So, you claimed to be Series B investors. So my first question to you is this serious? Do you plan on coming up with the billions of dollars that the J train wishes to utilize?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Although we thought there's a lot of very questionable design elements.
No, the design elements are perfect as they are. Dracula deck is not overpowered. It is precisely as powerful as it should be.
I
mean, if you
literally
want
do
everyone
not
to stop
understand any
playing.
of the words either of you two are saying.
Dominic, it is interesting you are the one who enticed me to have this conversation.
To be fair, it was because I realized, what was it? You were the same Dracula from my world and you knew all of that?
Well, I'm mini Draculas.
Huh.
Oh, my dear, you I am unfamiliar with. Perhaps my legend has not spread to where you are from. Good evening. He takes your hand. It is ice cold, but there is something about his eyes that are very powerful. And he says, I am Count Dracula. And what is your
Corinna.
name? Corinna, a beautiful name. For now I can tell by your very bearing, though you try to dress down and hide it well, you are a princess, are you not?
Well, not here. So,
No. I disagree extremely with you, my darling. You are a princess everywhere. So, you're planning on putting in a major offer for the company.
What are you trying to do in this mundane world?
I am trying to ensure. I will be perfectly forthright with all of you because I believe that you understand the nature of things. I have no intention of harming the so-called world. That
Other
version
than
of
with the
Earth, that
poorly
mundane
designed game.
The game, however, helps me as to other matters other influences I am spreading. All I wish is for Dracula to keep his rightful place in the pantheon of important, powerful figures within the universe that game represents. Do you understand?
So that you can go into that universe?
Oh, I already am there. But the stronger, the more primal I am to those who designed that world, in the so-called CC722, the stronger I am in Superstar. You all clearly know all of this. I can tell that you are playing this game. We do not have to be enemies. We don't have to be friends either, but we can peacefully coexist. All I'm trying to do is make myself as primal to the heroes of Top Flight, to the anti-heroes of Fireflight on sale now, to these figures of this world. Dracula must have his due. And I was painted so beautifully in CC7722, I must remain important in the comic books, because these influence so much
Okay, so let me see if I understand your situation.
Please.
You're kind of like a Don of a mob group. You really only have power if everyone else under the Don believes you have power and don't overthrow it.
In my case, not quite as apt, because even if other people try to overthrow me, I can rip their hearts out and drink their blood. But
What about Maisie?
Maisie is a thorn in my side. What I said earlier about us not needing to be friends is true, but if you would like to be my ally against Maisie, she has... I am trying to strike at Maisie in her heart.
How?
In the Dreadlands, where I also am, I have weaseled my way in, but she is cunning. I knew this when I went in. I remain in possession of a great plan. I will take her power from her, but there are troubling developments in this place. She is doing something to all of those who have agency there, condensing them. It is tricky. But there is one woman there who will be the key to things I did not realize, but now I know. I must find her.
And the person is?
Corinna.
No,
Corinna is here.
I have nothing to do with that.
Ah. No, DJ3. It is
It's
someone.
DJ3.
There is a girl you know. Her name is Medina Lake, and she is key to everything.
Huh.
She is trapped in the Dreadlands under Maisie's thumb. She's a friend of yours, though.
Do we still remember her with the retcon? Or does
You
it
guys
like...
remember her, but the world
Oh, okay.
does not. Yeah.
I thought she just transferred to a different school.
Well, in a sense, she did, to a school of terror.
Oh.
What did they learn at the School of Terror? If
Fear is what their
Oh.
teacher is. I have seen
Okay.
this school. I have eaten one of the professors. I cared for it not.
Well,
Well,
she eaten one of the.
Was it Davies?
No. It was a man named Professor Charles. I think Professor Charles, right?
Yeah.
But
I
he
think so.
was Professor Davies. Dracula doesn't know what you're talking about, but he was like their dark version of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, is she
Okay.
stuck there?
Oh,
Is
she is stuck there and in
trying to
mortal danger.
escape?
I am now trying to rescue her because if Maisie can get her, she will be in trouble.
How did she end up there
I only
anyway?
wish to keep her safe. And if you know her and would like to save her, I am your best bet of doing so. So, if you want to
All right.
save your friend Medina and prevent Maisie from gaining the power that she seeks in her unassailable fortress, I am your only way in.
All right.
All I
Mr.
ask in
Black.
exchange is do not meddle in my affairs. Allow me to extend my influence in CC7722 and across the superstar universe beyond. Yes, Philemon, I see you're about to make a comment. Oh, forgive me.
Literally, the only one who cares about that whole game is DJ3.
DJ3
He's
is
the only one
person
who
knows
cared
anything.
about it.
And Asha.
well,
Ash doesn't care to
Oh.
own it.
Asha doesn't care. KJ
Just
is
let's play
aware,
it.
but yeah.
I'm not a fan of Maisie.
No. I grow
I don't
less
even know who
fond of
Maisie
either.
is, but let's just say,
I grow less
Okay,
fond of Maisie every
so
Z.
Maisie's the evil doll that talked to us on the TV.
Yeah.
I
Talk to you
know
on a
I've
TV?
I've literally never personally met her, so
Philian, were you about to
Philian.
say something, by the way?
Let's think.
Ah.
so you do you know the plot, any plot that would take over or destroy this multiverse then? By some sort of
This multiverse. No.
are there multiple multiverses?
Who is it you're seeking here?
This name can't
Betty Bilebelcher.
Betty Bilebelcher.
That's just for today's session.
Oh, I have heard of a woman living out in the... Oh, yes, someone who I ate recently here thought that... I've been waiting for you a long time. Many people have died here because of your tardiness. There was someone I was consuming thought that I was a witch in the woods. And I thought they said... I guess maybe they were saying Bilebelcher. And I said, no, I am Count Dracula. You should be honored. And to the credit of this young man, he said, honestly, I am. He's like, oh, I'm dying to Dracula. This is fine. And I said, you know what, young man? I respect. And then when I killed him, I did not turn him, of course, he was not worthy of this, but I didn't make it hurt much.
So,
Okay.
I will now ask my question.
Please.
Why should we trust you or believe anything you're saying?
Oh, you should not. I am the Lord of the Dark. But
Yeah, exactly. Vampires are just there to beguile people, enchant them, and use them for their own aims.
Precisely, but unlike most vampires, Filion, I am also nobility. And you of all
Even
people,
wo-
no, you of all people know how much one can trust those who live in castles.
No, you don't. You trust their advisors, not them.
Well, I've eaten all my own advisors, so I'm the best you have. In any case, this is the deal I offer to you. Take it or leave it. You can leave my affairs alone. You can seek my counsel when it comes to rescuing your friend Medina and stand with me against Maisie, or you can try to prevent the Draculudex supremacy in Superstar Duel and thereafter suffer my wrath.
What will happen to Medina when you get her?
Medina.
Does she go home?
If Maisie can be defeated, Medina could escape the Dreadlands. But can Maisie be defeated?
That's what we're asking.
I will let you discuss, but I urge you, if you return to CC7722 and try to purchase premium swordfish, you should reach out to me as a courtesy and tell me which way things are bouncing. You understand?
Can do.
Very well. Then I will leave you to this.
Are you trying to do things in my world too?
Oh, DJ3, eventually Dracula is everywhere. But for now, I bid you all good evening. Hopefully, the fact that you cannot trust me will not prevent you from trusting me, Filion. Good evening to you. Corinna, my dear, he takes your hand again. It was delightful to make your acquaintance. I have never tasted purple blood.
And you won't. And she'll grab her hand back.
Oh, give it time, give it time. He will depart. However, we're going to go to Asha here. Because Asha has been captured by a horrible witch. Except, Asha, would you like to make a roll on someone else's behalf, or would you like me to make the roll for that person?
You're not going to tell me who the someone is?
I will tell you who the someone is.
Who is it?
His name is Sherlock Holmes, and he is probably the greatest detective in the world.
How many die?
10.
Yeah, I'll roll.
And he can change 10.
He can change two. He can change two of them, but only to two different numbers.
Which Sherlock Holmes is it? Is it RDJ or Benedict Cumberbatch?
This is Johnny Lee Miller. No, it's I don't know which one this would be actually. This is a more like nice, charming.
You can
Sherlock.
change two?
You
Basil?
can change two, but you cannot change them both to the same thing. So you can. He can have two higher degree successes if he'd like.
Okay. So in that case, that is 4 8s and 4 5s.
Double fours.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 5s and 3 8s. So if I change two,
Yep. That's what you can do. 6s would have been the perfect thing for this.
yeah, but,
But
you know, what are you
8s
gonna
are
do?
great. And, quite frankly, Noir is not bad. So, with double successes, I will actually roll one thing on her behalf. I don't think she's gonna get over. Nope. No avenue to 4. Okay. So. Asha. You got hit in the head. Very bad. Suddenly, however, you awaken, you're smelling something horrible. Like, intense. It, like, makes your eyes water. And you sort of sit up slightly. You appear to be in a sort of strange room. You can feel the wind, it's kind of cold. And there's a weird old woman bent over you, waving smelling salts in your nose. Like this.
Asha will. Is Asha restrained at all?
No.
Then she'll just she'll sit up and she'll bat it away.
Oh.
Is
And as she does so, I know what you're about to say, Pearson. The answer is no, it has not. So basically, as this is happening, you feel like this woman's hands like pawing at you, and as you're backing, a voice says, "Don't worry, dearie, don't worry, you're all right. For it is I, Sherlock Holmes." You're here somewhere, Archer, aren't you? I deduce that you're about there, but I'm trying not to paw at you too much, but I
Asha
did
here.
What's that?
Asha here.
Yes, but you're invisible.
Asha will knock over something like a cat.
Elementary, you're right there. Well, the point is, I did have to paw at you slightly, and I found your nose so I could use these smelling salts upon you. Your friends bet me that I could not find you before your invisibility wore off, and Sherlock Holmes has, of course, shown them off.
Well, what they bet you?
A round of drinks. It was a friendly bet.
Stupid bet. That's my money.
Oh, well, it was DJ3 who made the bet, so we shall make him pay you back. In any case, while you are right, Asha, it appears that a witch got the best of you.
I should have been better.
I'm so sorry. In any event, Asha, if you would like to no longer be invisible, you could actually strike me, and that would end your invisibility.
No, that's fine. And Asha will just kind of climb up onto his back.
Well, buy me a drink first. Ha, your friends will have to do that.
I can.
Indeed. So Asha, but he kind of put, and Asha, you see that you were upstairs in that room the woman was looking at. Like the woman was in where she spotted
Oh,
you
I'm
in the
still here.
doorway. You're still there. You also see that there were ropes that have been cut. So it looks you... Actually, do a little Sherlocking yourself. Give me an investigate. And good call sending it Sherlock after her, DJ3. You're not sure what was going on with those, so Sherlock just starts explaining. Yes, I of course tracked you here using, well, I mean, there was no other place you could have possibly gone once I got outside. It was all elementary to find you. Then, when I did find, I could tell something was amiss.
Actually, wait. You can keep talking. Just stand here real quick and don't move.
All right.
Asha will climb down. She wants to like look through some of the stuff to take.
Absolutely.
But he can keep talking at her.
It's
but...
funny because your stuff is getting picked up, and as soon as like you put it into your pouch, it just like disappears.
Yeah.
So Sherlock is saying, yes, you see, I was able to track you using all my deductive reasoning. When I arrived here, I could tell, however, there had been a skirmish outside on the steps. I knew that something was amiss. I came up. I found a young woman who I have subsequently deduced is that woman. And he points at the old dead woman in the chair, who has given herself a new maiden's body. The crone has become the maiden again as the cycle continues. So Betty Bile Belcher is now Beatrice. And
Asha knew it. Asha knew it first.
I would imagine she will be picking some better name for herself in the future. I engaged in a bit of fisticuffs with her. She tried to curse me. I reflected a curse in her direction, but not hitting her precisely, with this little mirror here, an old trick when you're dealing with magic. This, however, when she knew she was beat, she leapt out of the window, turned into a raven, and flew away. I think as the bet and my gentlemanly needs meant that it was better for me to see to your well-being than chase after her. I felt around the floor, found you, undid your ties, awoken you with smelling salts. And I did this whole fight in the guise of an old woman, because I am Sherlock Holmes, and I love disguises. How are you, my dear? Now that you've heard all that.
Asha was fine until you said you had gentlemanly needs. Asha doesn't know.
Oh, forgive me. No, that is my. That I misspoke. What I meant to say is, my gentlemanly requirement to provide aid to someone who has been in trouble.
Is this a trap?
Not gentlemanly needs. That's filthy.
Okay.
It sounded gross.
Okay.
In fact, I never said that.
Okay.
Catch a predator. It comes in down.
Hi, I'm Chris Hansen.
It's us. That's the. We Mission Impossible. The walls fall down.
Is Asha taking a good enough amount of shit? I guess at this point.
Time-wise.
Well, has she gotten a ton of stuff?
You've just grabbed a bunch of stuff. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. Then yes. Then Asha will climb back onto Sherlock and go. Okay. Back to bar.
Very well. Around this time, Asha, you also become visible again.
Yes. We win.
Okay.
No, he found her.
But he didn't bring her back before.
The bet wasn't to bring her back.
That wasn't the bet, man. In
Well,
any
we're gonna
event,
have to rely on Asha's testimony.
yeah. In any event, well, you guys all just said to Asha, "Go follow her alone." In any event, yes.
Asha did.
Not long thereafter, Sherlock comes back in with a very Asha does look rough now that she is visible again.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask because seeing that and knowing that it was my idea, I do want to cast a spell. I have no idea how it works in this system.
Okay.
So I would like to cast Life Transference.
Oh. Yes, life transference. So is life transference that you spend one hit point, they get 2?
No, I roll 4d8, and I would take that much necrotic damage, and then they get double that.
So
wow.
in this instance, I will
You
say
get double that necrotic. I'm already at 0.
No. You get my. I'm giving you my life. I'm giving you my
in
health.
in this instance, I will say it's much simpler.
Mhm.
You spend 1 power, she gets 2.
Okay.
So you have to
Does she
spend
become-
the power on the spell. So you lose the power to do that.
Sure.
So if you're gonna spend 3 power, she'll get 6 back.
But you said
if-
I couldn't get any power back till my condition is gone.
Actually, that's true, Filian. She can't. Yes, you would.
I thought you said something about healing, though. Wouldn't that?
Healing.
But I think I have to heal the condition, not heal
you'd have
the
to clear
0.
you know what? Can wizards cast lesser restoration? That's not.
I'll
how
look
it
right
would
now.
be. It would
Their
be.
jacuzzi back home.
Yeah,
is
But
fine.
if
You know what? Actually, I'll allow it because it's a magical healing. That's fine.
but
You
he
don't-
transfers his life force,
He's
does she
transferred-
does she become part Lego?
She become. Yeah, I have a Lego Ewok. Hold on. No.
Oh
Asha no want. Asha no want. Asha fine.
Asha, fine. Asha, fine. Oh, also, I'm so sorry. Yes, you're a Lego. No, you can't do it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I will. So, on top of the 3,
Yeah.
I will spend an additional 5 power.
Shoot.
So I'll spend 8.
Hold on, but okay. I did forget that you're a Lego. So here's what the conversion would actually
How'd you
be.
forget?
She just gets little plastic pieces.
No. I forgot about okay. So in other words, I'm such a dick. Okay. So Pierce, you spend 8 power casting this thing to Asha.
Mhm.
Asha. So that is so you spent 5, so you're giving her 10 power back, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but then we do the minifigure to humanoid conversion rate. Now, Asha is only half the height of a person, so it's not the full 48, so it's 24. So Asha will get 1/24 of 10.
So, look, I'm gonna let this happen because I'm fine getting beat up. But I will point out, I did just touch her and make her invisible without any issue.
That is true, you did. Only a minifigure portion version of invisible. I just think it's funny for Asha to get 0.4 power.
I mean,
It's
I'm
not
that-
0.
I'll be fine by
Your-
next time. so.
Your condition is cleared, and Asha. No, it's fine. Asha can have some. It's. We'll just do 1-to-1. Asha, you have 5 power back. It's fine.
Okay. I still have the condition.
Condition cleared.
Okay.
It broke the logic. Getting.
Yeah, it's minifigure
Okay.
magic. That is true. I didn't bat an eye at the invisibility. That's interesting. If anything, you should have turned Asha into clear plastic.
We've sort of
No,
it's
thank
sort
you.
of been more of like the intangible stuff still works.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like anytime I try to do anything that actually damages anyone.
The evocation.
Yeah.
So the point is, Asha, you're a bit restored. Sherlock says,
Asha, did he find you before you were invisibility wore off?
Yes.
Son of a.
indeed, as I said I would, but I'm actually, DJ3, I'm going to forego the need for a payment on your part, for it was actually most fortuitous that you sent me after Asha. I don't know what wickedness that witch would have gotten up to if I hadn't
It was
arrived in
elementary.
Wait, I thought she was only chasing
The
after.
game was
some-
afoot.
time. It was.
I thought she was only chasing after some bimbo over here. What do you mean ran into the
Asha's
witch?
gonna jump down from Sherlock at this
Yeah.
point and be like, "This is what Asha saw.
Okay. Flashback. Everything goes back in trust.
Asha follow her, and then she not go home. She go in store, and store named Beatrice something something. And Asha go, hey, that's no, that's same, almost same as whatever the first name was.
Betty.
that, yeah. So Asha was like, "Oh, hey, maybe she bad. Maybe she lying." So Asha follow her bravely because Asha brave. And then there's big fat lady dead in there, and she was talking to it like is not dead, but she dead because Asha can tell, but very very dead for a very long time. And then she see Asha even though no one can see Asha. Oh no, Then she find address, and then she was gonna crumple it up and give it to us. She's gonna lie to us. And then she see Asha, and then she attack Asha, but then Asha dodge. But then wood came out of the floor from nowhere, unprompted, and attack Asha. And then so Asha go falling down outside, and then she pick up Asha. It was cheap shot. Asha, you cheated.
Very, very happy that you escaped. Very good job.
Asha not escape. Sherlock have to save Asha.
Oh, well, thank you for saving our friend.
Of course.
Can I ask, can you
And then he asked me
hide?
to service his gentleman needs.
Oh,
Excuse me?
Incorrect. That is a mischaracterization. That was a misspeaking. I said it was my duty as a gentleman to rescue someone who had been captured.
Asha,
That's
did you
not what
by
he
any
said.
chance see a ledger or anything of hers that would indicate spells that she might have put on people?
I don't know. Asha took all this.
Asha
And
pulls out
she's-
so much stuff. It is so much stuff you guys are going to have to look that over at home.
Oh, okay.
But you have definitely gotten a lot of intel out of this.
Well, not like we can ask her now why she put the curse on that fella. All right.
Well, we're trying to find out who.
Yeah, so that's the only.
Are there papers in the bag just like ruffling through it?
I mean, yeah. There's books. Asha's got lots of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
One book, when you open it, you hear a sound. That when you close, but the rest seem fine. Yes, Fillion.
Oh, Sherlock, is there a way that when you learn something, do all of you automatically all learn it, or can you shield? Cool. Can you shield every memory that you have of this interaction from the one in the Dreamlands?
Oh,
Because
yes,
I don't want him knowing he won a bet,
No.
that he rescued one of us. That is
That-
going to be intolerable.
No, unfortunately, he will be aware of this. He's been actively sort of dreaming.
Oh,
this.
fuck.
But if you want to, you can point out to him that I find him to be a pompous version of me. So
And you are more tall.
Less pompous.
So,
appreciate it. And I
which-
have a little
which
more
one
fun,
of you
say. Yes?
ask Asha to service you?
No, I now hold on, Asha. I never even used the word service you. What I
You
said
said you have gentleman needs.
I said
and,
what I said was I had a gentlemanly need rather than what
That
I
you
did.
need serviced?
No.
Okay.
What I
Asha-
said is I did not wish to chase after. I elected to rescue Asha due to my gentlemanly need to perform a good deed rather than chase after the abductor.
Yes, well, we appreciate your service, Sherlock.
No, let's all stop talking about service. Oh dear.
Corinna's gonna pull out the book and say, "Are we ready?"
Well, you're in the middle of a crowded bar, so probably not. You should
What?
Just
I was
do
going
it,
to walk
coward.
out.
just
Do
do
it
it,
here.
coward, says Dominic.
Do it, coward.
Oh, Asha, here's your ale.
She'll rip out the page before she can get it, not on purpose. But
Every time!
Yep. All right. Cool. Asha can drink. Okay. Cool. Because it is already 9:30, this one became long. See, I didn't realize there were two extra interactions in there than what I planned for. The Sherlock one wound up being helpful, but the other one was just some crazy lore stuff. So because of that, it's 9:30. I'm gonna say we end on the Sevens beat. We end on the comedy. Clearly you bring all that to Henry. Clearly the Sherlock there is obnoxious. We'll maybe even roleplay some of that next week. But with all of this, we definitely have some interesting options for our next adventure. So, and Sherlock and Dracula has made you a very interesting offer himself.
Indeed.
Save Medina. All you got to do is let me keep the game bad.
So just to be clear,
Yes,
That I can't.
our Sherlock saw all of that.
he did.
So from now on, every time Asha sees that Sherlock, she is going to wink at him.
The Sherlock who's in the Dreamlands doesn't care for this gimmicky Sherlock. Like, that Sherlock's a gimmick guy.
But the disguises are fun.
I know.
It's a real what's the private eye in Arrested Development? Gene
Parmesan.
Gene Parmesan.
Every time a new person enters the Dreamlands, Asha's gonna be like, ah!
Oh, that's great. Well, guys, thank you so much. This was a great session. Well done. Lot of fun stuff here. We have other games on this channel, of course, for everyone watching. I'll plug them all very quickly. On Wednesday, I think we have a game, but I'm not 100% we have a game. I believe it's going down, but it's a so if we don't have a game on Wednesday of Top Flight Tales, don't be mad, but hopefully we do. On Friday, join us for Blood from a Stone. We are in a very fun new zone of Blood from a Stone. Things are coming together in a fun way, and it's a really cool new phase. So please join us for that. On Sunday, more dragons. The dragon stuff was heating up the past couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about what's going on with them and the religion they're still trying to found. And now the donut world of Fesseting. That's all I'm going to say about it. But the donut world of Fesseting was a lot of fun to put together.
That was a lot of fun.
And then Jed rolled such a perfect species for someone, and it tied everything together in the craziest bow. And I'm so excited.
And now we may immediately leave this world and go to that one.
Yeah, now all the stuff they've been doing here, they're like, here's the real thing. But the journey takes you where the journey takes you. You never would have read up on this unless you needed a cover story. So there you go. And then 1 week from tonight, we are back with this game. I will have options, hopefully tomorrow, of what our next adventure is, how we follow up on this stuff. So yeah, very fun stuff. Thank you all. You can go to our Discord to interact with us and vote on that downtime. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes. Go to the wiki if you want to read some lies and calumnies about me, and also just information about it.
Oh, there's going to be so many. I can't wait to see your serviced quote in there.
Sherlock Holmes never said service.
Not the way
Check
Asha
the
tells it.
VODs. Check the VODs. Verify.
Sherlock said, I have a gentlemanly need. My gentlemanly needs to outweigh that. It's fine. Whatever.
We're gonna be canceled either way. It's fine.
Nah, you won't be. You're okay.
Already have been.
I've been canceled many a time. Yet I'm still here. So join us for all that stuff. Thank you all for playing. Thanks everybody in chat as well. We love you guys participating. Anybody want to plug anything?
Are you, Nope. I'll just manage this real quick. I'm going to make a real obvious one, probably to this group, but not a lot of people have seen it still. The Witch. That'll be my recommendation today.
The Witch is good. With Anya Taylor-Joy and like her
Oh, that's such a good
earliest
movie.
Second movie, something like
that. It's like right after, I think Split might have been her first movie.
Oh, crazy. There you go. Well, yeah, very good. Well, everybody, thank you so much for playing. This was a lot of fun. Anybody else, any other comments or words or phrases or meanings? Then until
this episode needs ended.
This episode needs ended. Philip needs canceled. All right. All right. Then on that note, thank you for watching. Until next time, sweet dreams.